Karnes. All right, Mitchell. Big news. The cleansing's out.
Yes, actually have the physical hardback. The paperbacks are still in production right now, but it is out earlier than it was expected. It was supposed to release today, but it released earlier than that, so that's nice. And I've already had people come by to try to find it, asking me about it. I've also had people download the ebook and started reading last night, and she was determined to read the whole thing. So we'll see.
Well, that's exciting. They're already on it, and then everyone needs to now say go jump and say, "Oh my gosh, the book is out." So let's talk about it again. We had a little bit of a discussion last week on the podcast, but now let's continue on the pod to talk about this.
Okay.
So
Um,
basically, let's go through the without giving away. This, if you did not read book one and two, you're fine. Just starting with book three.
yeah, you may be a little confused to who Skylar is, but you can still do it from there. It is best if you read it from Watergrave through Least of These and Cleansing, but it hopefully they're all standalone as well.
All right, so let's kind of jump into this.
All right. Well, they have a serial killer going on, and they're trying to find out what is in common. So the first victim they find bolted to the floor in the shape of an X, and his throat has been slit. And so this becomes the MO. He's the only one that's bolted down, and that has significance for him. But the rest are all in that shape of an X. And so, as you can tell on the cover, you got the big X right there. And so they're trying to figure out what is going on with this. What do they have in common? How do I predict the next one? And when they find out who has done it, you're just midway through the book. So now it's about the suspense of can I stop that person from the next one? Can I find out who the victim's going to be based on the MO that they have?
Right, and that MO that they have, it's something, isn't it, Mitchell? Because ultimately, finding a serial killer is not an easy thing, and some of them get away with it for a long period of time.
Yes. And some of them go cold for a long time. This one continues to speed up in their victimology, and it's all a challenge between, in this case, Skylar and whoever this mystery associate is, and Abby.
Right, and through those people, we figure it out. And Abby really is torn in this situation, right? This is where really she's becoming more of a veteran detective, even though she's only been on the force X amount of years.
Yes, and there comes a part in the book, trying not to give too much away, where Skylar has done it in such a way that Abby becomes a person of interest in the investigation. So she has to be taken off it. And how does she respond to that? Does she follow orders? Does she go with her gut? Does she do things against against that and investigate as well? But it becomes personal, and that's where this really becomes this cat and mouse game that continues on through book six.
Right, the cat and mouse game keeps going and going and going, and
Mhm.
that's what's very exciting. Let's talk about the serial killer. Basically, are you going to give a little bit away of what that serial killer, how that killer kills, or are you going to leave mystery for people to find that out?
I'll give a little bit. I did, give a little bit there. The throats are slit.
Yeah.
They're given almost a sacrificial look, and so they're spread out in the shape of the X. They're given almost as if they are given as an altar or as a sacrifice for something, and so that's what you got to kind of figure out. And there are little clues that I don't want to give away right now, but that you see they come upon, which you've got to figure out with Abby, what do those letters mean in result to what's coming next. And Abby has her theory of the order of killing, and the other homicide team has a different take on the order, and so that becomes that clash again. Do they listen to this female who is the minority in this group, or do they go with all the experienced uh, veterans?
Right, exactly. And the who do they go through? And that's the experience, but also because of Abby's background of the church and not the church, right?
Right.
That gives her a better way of investigating than some of the other people on the force.
Yeah, yeah. And she comes a little bit, and it gets really, really close to her, so she almost misses the forest for that tree in one part of the book.
What have people been saying so far? Have you gotten any texts or anything that people have read the
I
book
don't
from
know of
cover to cover
anyone who's
yet?
finished it yet. People have just given me yesterday that they downloaded it, that they got it by ebook. Of
Because they
course,
had no idea, right? So it was a
I,
surprise. Everyone was waiting on for today, right? The book
right,
launched today, and
right.
then bam, it's here. And
And
they
I'm
just
I'm eager to see what they thought in the process because this is very different from the other two.
right. It definitely seems like it. And then and you had to do a lot of revisions on this one. Explain that.
Yes. Yeah, there are a lot of procedural revisions on this, the things that I had Abby doing that um, the lieutenant that I know from Metro, he said she would have been fired for that. She would have been suspended. You know, she can't do this, can't do that, all of these things. So I had to revise entirely the book. And then I got to my agent who said I had some inconsistencies after I did those revisions. Some other things didn't carry through like I had originally had them. So it was, yeah, this was a difficult one. And this is 330 pages where the other is about 270. So it's a lot more to it than the other books have been.
I remember that when you were going through that stressor. Now,
Mm.
thank goodness that book is out and ready to go. Is it your favorite of the three so far or not?
Yeah, it's kind of a funny thing. As while I'm writing one, I'm already thinking about the next one, and it's becoming my favorite still while I'm writing this one. So, the person that came by yesterday to get some autographed copies, she said that I'm getting better with each one. She liked, book
That
two. She loved book one. She loved book two more than she did book one. Sorry. And so I'm hoping that carries on through book three and four and five and on.
and so on and so forth and
Yes.
go, go, go. For sure. Uh, Basically, you can't wait to go out and talk about this book now because it's time, right?
Right. And
It's
my
time.
first book signing is February 7th, so it'll be a little bit of a while before I get that. And I do know as far as movie goes, they um Monday they had a photo shoot with the two main actors for some kind of publicity or promotion, PR poster or whatever for the movie. So that's getting working as well.
This is fabulous. It's totally exciting because you're at this final phase, and then your series is coming out. So
Yes.
you're going through both of them. And how are the actors and everyone? They're really excited about the story, right?
Yeah, yeah, this is exciting. Of course, in May you'll have the casting company coming on board and filling all the other spots. The director handpicked the two leads, so uh, I'm excited about that.
And there you go. I guess so. Basically, give us an update. It's basically February 7th. You're going to be where?
I'll be at Landmark Booksellers in Franklin, Tennessee, from 6 to 8 p.m. Then 2 weeks later, I'll be in Johnson City at the Barnes and Noble in there, and that's I think that is afternoon. I'll check on the times of that. And then the week later, I'll be in Illinois at a library, doing a book signing and selling there.
It's cool knowing your book's available in libraries, right?
Yeah, yeah. That was, I don't know how that works. There's even electronic where they can download the book or read the book online and that. But yeah, I'm just wanting to build my base, start to move up there in sales and get this out there where people involved. I had that meeting with the book club, virtual
Yeah.
meeting with the book club, and that was fantastic. Hearing what they liked, what they didn't like, and how excited they were. And by the end of that, they were downloading book two. So
And anyone that's interested in being part of a book club, you're available, right?
yes, yes. If I can't do it locally and I can't get there within an hour or so, then you can do it virtual.
Right, and exactly. And that whole virtual process is soon going to be up on your YouTube channel. A good reminder is this has been a crazy 2026 already to begin, but people need to go very simply. But before I ask you that question, uh, you're ready, right? You're ready for this book signings. You're ready for this, and you're ready
Yeah.
to build this community now, right?
Yeah, I
That
love talking with the readers.
and that's key. And are you looking to do other Barnes and Nobles? All right, is it
Anything. Yeah, I'll go anywhere if any kind of bookstore that would do it. Libraries that allow me to come in, I'll bring the books in. Usually with the bookstores, I bring the books in and they get 40% for processing the sales and for advertising it.
all right, and autographed copies will be available soon. Oh my gosh, Mitchell, such amazing things. So go to mitchellscarnesauthor.com. And that was the special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show and the Mitchell S. Carnes podcast. Guys, take care.